Do you know what my favorite part of the whole night is?
Sarcasm.
Waiting for the results. I'm kidding. Oh my gosh. It's like the most nerve-wracking thing. It could, in fact, be a form of torture. I think it might actually, because you're standing right there. And I feel like I'm like willing Scotty B to say my number. I'm like, 25 Danielle Berger. 25, no, okay, I was married, okay. 25, no, it's terrible.
I'm lucky number 11.
Okay, here I come. And like the whole time I'm like, come on. And you're trying so hard to be happy for everybody else. You're like, yay, my turn. Come on, say my name.
That's how it is.
It's like the whole time.
You
Great,
wait.
just go.
Before we waited in the back, we had to wait about 30 minutes before we even got to the back. So we were all standing around just waiting. Everyone's nervous, talking. Like some people were just like standing by themselves, didn't even want to talk to people. And then we get in the back, everyone's holding hands, and it's pretty scary.
No, the worst part of the night is that waiting process for the girls backstage, and especially the vets. Everybody thinks the vets have it easy, and I definitely think that is false, because they were a part of a team, and now they know that that experience that they had the year before might not be here for them in the upcoming year, and that's rough, because it is really an experience of a lifetime to be part of a team like this.
Not only are you wanting to see yourself and hear your number called, but you also have made friendships with a lot of the girls on the team, and you want to hear their numbers be called as well.
Results are in! Yes! All right, these are in no particular order. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first individual, Shanna Henning. Please welcome her to the team, Trinity McCrae.
Hearing my name called and making the team again was great.
Mary Smeagol.
I was extremely happy that I was called early, but I didn't expect it at all.
They called Brittany at the beginning, and so I was so happy for her, and I was so excited, and I wanted to just hug her as she went out there. But then I was like, oh wait, I didn't make it. So I just sat there and I just hoped that they would call my name, and once they finally did, we met up. Me and Brittany met up on stage, and we were both really happy for each other.
This was the season for me in Atlanta that I didn't make it. It was going into my 4th season when I got cut. So I think that kind of, for me, gave me a lot of nerves.
Danielle Berger.
I was really excited.
I did not like waiting in the back to hear my number. I noticed that most of the girls had already been called, and you start to look around and see what veterans are still waiting in the back with you. You start wondering if you're going to make the team, if you're going to be the only girl who didn't make the team. You just never know what's going to happen.
Sarah Birch.
I was hearing all of the other girls' names being called. I was actually counting down to see how many girls were left. And when it got to 17 and they were calling that last person, my palms were sweating. Actually, I was sweating all over. And I was almost hyperventilating. I couldn't even believe that.
The 18th member of the Orlando Magic Dancers for the 2008-2009 season.
I'm just thinking, like, what was I, like, why was my name being called? Like, I'm thinking, like, where did I go wrong? Were my turns not on point? Did I not kick high enough? Was I not smiling enough?
Virgilia Phillips.
When my name was called, I threw my head back and I screamed and I ran out on stage. Actually, I don't think anybody saw it, but I almost tripped before going out on stage.
When we hit 18, I knew that one of our veterans hadn't made the team. And then Scotty B comes out.
Now this doesn't happen very often, ladies and gentlemen, and normally the squad is composed of 18 dancers. The competition was so fierce, the Magic have decided to add 2 more spots to the roster this season. So please welcome out your 19th dancer, Jenna Schwinghammer.
When Jenna's name was called, I was like, I let go of the people's hands and I was like, oh, it's okay, girls.
The final dancer for the 2008-2009 Orlando Magic Dancers. Please welcome Crisia Caceres.
And they called my name and I was like, what? I was kind of just, I stood there like, Crisia, and I waited for the last name, Caceres, and I was like, that's me. I was like, that's me. So I walk on, like, and I started crying out of nowhere, which I wasn't crying before, but when they called my name, that's when I was just like bursting into tears.
And we hit 20 and that one veteran still wasn't called.
Nothing is ever guaranteed, just like Janine and Sherry say. You know, we've had many years that girls have not made the team back, whether it be after 1 year, after several years. And that's always hard on everyone. It's a very awkward feeling. And it's kind of scary because you don't expect that one person to make it or to not make it back on the team. So it's almost like it could have been anyone. And that is a little bit of a scary feeling.
Getting to our final 20 is a huge release of so many different emotions. The excitement of completing the audition process and getting ready to start the year. The sadness of having to watch candidates that have done a tremendous job for you all week walk out the door because they were not hired. But getting to that final 20 is just so incredibly rewarding. We were confident when we looked at that final group of 20 that this was going to be the best season we had ever seen.